set of cams. That would be easier for me. Maybe it doesn't exist on the phone. That's okay. All right, so welcome. We'll try to debate today again, yeah? For the sake of all the beings. Okay, so during the debate club, it seems you debated about the definitions of established base or something like this?
Yeah, we did a little bit. Yeah.
Good.
But it was only Apollina and me present actually on Monday.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, people are too shy. So we try to debate together, yeah? Okay. So, well, I guess that you don't know the definition of established base. Who wants to reply? I can just jump like this in the discussion.
The reason is not established.
Okay. Well, it follows that you know the definition of established base.
That which is established by a valid cognizer.
Yes, it follows that if it is established by a valid cognizer, it's necessarily an established base.
Except.
Okay, and if it is established by a valid cognizer, it's necessarily a cause.
Why?
Okay, if it is established by a valid cognizer, it's not necessarily a cause.
Except.
Okay, for instance.
Emptiness.
Yes, emptiness or selflessness. Yeah, very good. Okay. The subject emptiness, it follows it is not a cause.
Except.
It is not because.
Or maybe it's not true actually. Because it's a permanent phenomenon.
Oh, if it is a permanent phenomenon, it's necessarily not a cause.
Except.
Wow, that's wonderful. And it is permanent because?
It's a phenomenon and it's not momentary.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, we could say because it is a mere negation. Yeah. If it is a mere negation, it's necessarily not a cause.
Except.
Except, okay. Yeah, a mere negation is necessarily permanent. Yeah, very good. Yeah, we will dive into that as well because, yeah, the most important negation of all the negations, yeah, selflessness, emptiness. Yeah, very good. Okay, so emptiness is not a cause. Okay, and it follows that it is a generally characterized phenomenon.
Except.
Okay, it follows that you know the definition of generally characterized phenomenon.
Somebody else.
Yes. Who wants to help? Zingrula. Okay, no problem. Yeah. It's a phenomenon which is merely imputed by a term or thought consciousness without being established as a specifically characterized phenomenon. Okay, so if it's permanent, it's necessarily not a specifically characterized phenomenon. Yeah, among the equivalent of
Can you
cause
repeat?
functioning thing. If it is, what did I say? If it is permanent, it's necessarily not a specifically characterized phenomenon.
Except.
Yeah, because specifically characterized phenomenon is equivalent with?
Impermanent phenomena.
Yes. And permanent is equivalent with?
Generally characterized phenomena.
Yes, very good. Wonderful. Yeah, okay. Okay, wow. Fantastic. So if it is a cause, it's necessarily specifically characterized phenomenon.
Except
Okay. If it is a cause, it's necessarily a specifically characterized phenomenon because?
because they are synonymous.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if they are synonymous, they are necessarily equivalent. Okay, very good. Okay, so specifically characterized phenomenon is specifically in three ways. Is specific in three ways. Do you remember? Did we speak about that? No. Okay. Yeah. Any impermanent phenomena, according to the Sautrantika following reasoning interpreted by the Gelugpa school, any impermanent phenomenon is specific in three ways. It doesn't share its very nature. Novo Madreva. It doesn't share its duration, du Madreva, and it doesn't share its localization, yeah, Yul Madreva. Yeah, it's specific in three ways. The way it is, its very nature, then its duration and its localization. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So any cause has to be like that. Okay, specifically characterized phenomenon which is not merely imputed by thought or term consciousness, a term or thought consciousness, and exists by its own characteristics. Yeah. Mm. Okay, very good. So for the Sautrantika, if it's a cause, it's specific in three ways. Okay, so it follows that you know that the subject impermanent is a cause. It follows that the subject impermanent is a cause. Who wants to reply? Who wants to say yes, accept, or why?
According to the definition you said, like what you said in the minutes before, impermanence is a cause. Everything impermanent
Yes,
is a cause.
very good. Okay, so the subject impermanent is a specifically characterized phenomenon.
You said it was generally characterized phenomena.
Ah, impermanence, the subject impermanence is a generally characterized phenomenon. So it's permanent.
Oh, it is not.
The subject impermanent, it follows that it is not permanent.
It accept
Okay, it is not because?
because it comes from causes, and it's also impermanent is known by direct valid cognition.
Yes. Yes. The very last part was, Roshola?
That that it's known by direct valid cognition.
Okay, it's known by direct valid
The
cognition.
the impermanent ones.
Yes. Yes, that's interesting, yeah? Yeah, that's interesting. So it follows that the subject can compound its space, or the subject, yeah, maybe something else. The mere absence of male in your box, it follows it is not known by your valid direct perception.
Those are inferences. Are
Ah.
those inferences?
Yeah, an inference could be like a mind, I would say. Yeah, inferential cognition. Okay, so it is a thought consciousness. Yeah, very good. So yes, when you if I ask you, for instance, is there anything in my hand?
There's nothing in your hand other than compounded space.
Yes. So when you say there is nothing in my hand, it follows that it is known by your direct perception.
Valid perception is different from valid cognition, isn't it, or not?
Yeah, so I could say a valid perception is necessarily a valid cognition, but a valid cognition is not necessarily a valid perception. Yeah? It could be a valid inferential cognizer. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there I think it's a valid inferential cognizer,
Okay.
isn't it?
Okay. For instance, I will do some magic trick. Okay, abracadabra. Something appeared in my hand. Okay, then abracadabra. There's nothing here. Are we employing an inference? Are we logically inducing that there is no cup in my hand, or just the eye, direct
The eye,
perception?
yeah, the direct perception is seeing that there's no cup.
Okay, of course, we need the thought consciousness. We need to look for something, yeah? Because if I ask you, is there any cup in my hand? It's not the same as is any tiger in my hand. Yeah, so the object investigated is very different. Yeah? Still, who is observing the absence? We could say that the eye consciousness is able to do so, no? Yeah.
Yeah,
Still, that would be a risk to go in that direction, because we could say, okay, so it follows that the subject and compounded space, or the mere absence of cup in my hand, are manifest phenomena. Ooh. You remember
it is also, I don't know how to follow it, but it's not a manifest phenomena.
They are not, yeah, because they are permanent, yeah, and manifest is equivalent with
direct perception.
We could say
today I love direct perceptions.
sorry.
That today I'm in the direct perception team. All my answers are direct perception. That's
which is good.
That's my sword. No. Manifest phenomena are things that we can see, taste. They're not hidden or slightly hidden. That's what.
Yes. Yeah, we could say that manifest phenomena are appearing objects to direct perceptions. Yeah, they are explicitly realized by direct valid cognition. Yeah, yeah. In Tibetan, yeah. So if they are explicitly realized by direct valid perception, they are necessarily projecting an aspect to that perception. Yeah. So they are necessarily impermanent. They produce that consciousness in one sense. Yeah. They are cooperative conditions for that consciousness. Yeah. So they have to be impermanent in order to appear explicitly to a direct valid cognition. Yeah? Very good. But uncompounded space, yeah, is known by that valid cognition without appearing to it. That's beautiful. Yeah, mind can know something without that thing appearing to that mind. Yeah,
yeah,
so
because my question was going to be like, does uncompound space project this aspect? It
can't.
It doesn't, but it's known.
Yes.
What
That's
other
beautiful.
examples are like
We
that?
could say like any mere negation, like even for the yogic direct perception, according to the Sotrantika, even selflessness cannot appear to that valid direct perception, yeah, because it's permanent. So even for the Sotrantika, according to the Gelugpa school, they would say any Arya which is realizing directly selflessness is not explicitly realizing selflessness, but implicitly, directly, but implicitly. Yeah. Because in Tibetan, when we use nge, dao, nga, narungo, sa, nge, it can have at least 5 meanings. Yeah, in recognizing reality, I think Geshe Dreyfus is quoting Bodong Rinpoche, and who says that nge can be explicit, can be direct, can be main, and so on. Yeah. So in some translations, it could induce some typos sometimes. Okay. So yes, explicit means that the object itself has to appear to the mind that is explicitly realizing it. Yeah, so uncompounded space, any mere negation, selflessness, the absence of cup in my hand, absence of tiger in my room, and so on. They can be directly realized, but not explicitly. They would be explicitly realized by thought consciousness. Yeah, because they are permanent phenomena. They can be, they are necessarily the appearing object to thought consciousness. Wow, fantastic. Yeah. So after we could debate, when you study logic, we can debate how many points between explicit realization and direct realization. Oh, crunchy. Okay. Okay, so that kinds of topics, yeah, in established base, hidden phenomenon, and also in impermanent phenomena, manifest phenomena, and so on, are very useful in order to get towards those points, yeah, towards Buddhist psychology, yeah. Okay, so let's debate again. Okay, wonderful. So, impermanent, yeah, specifically characterized phenomenon. Okay, so it follows that the subject impermanent is a specifically characterized phenomenon.
I accept.
Okay, it is because
Because impermanent phenomena have specific characteristics, unique characteristics, and
yes,
not merely mentally project. What did you say?
yes, there are phenomena which are not merely imputed by a term of thought consciousness.
Imputed by thought consciousness. Okay.
And they are established. Yeah, they are established as their own characteristics. Yeah, yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, so we said that any specifically characterized phenomenon has to be unique in 3 ways. Yeah. So it follows that the subject impermanence is unique in 3 ways.
I accept.
Which are?
Which are, I could not note them down. Sorry.
No problem. It's nature. Yeah. Or we could say it's entity, that's the same. And then it's duration and its localization. So it follows that you can posit the localization of impermanence.
Yes, accept.
Okay, so where is it?
You mean like give an example of something impermanent?
Where is the subject impermanence?
Well, it would be to a specific impermanent phenomenon.
Yeah, because if we say that any impermanent phenomenon has to be somewhere in one sense, so where is the subject impermanent?
Oh, well, the subject impermanence. The subject impermanence.
Is it in India, in Europe?
But it is not impermanent because it's a generally characterized phenomena.
Ah, very interesting. Very interesting. Who would be in Chavila's club? Who would?
I
Who would say
mean,
that? Yeah.
permanent itself as a subject. I don't know. I'm confused. Sorry.
Yeah, it's confusing. Yeah.
Christopher, Christopher,
It's confusing. Sorry.
could we say then the subject that is impermanent has a localization instead of just the subject impermanence has has a localization?
Yeah, that would that would point towards the same phenomenon. So the subject impermanent itself. So yeah, the NECP, yeah, impermanent. The non-associated compositional factor. But the question is, yeah, it's confusing because when we speak about impermanent, we speak about a generality, something general. Still, it is impermanent. So it is general, it is a generality, but it is not a generally characterized phenomenon. So that's why it's confusing. Yeah, Chavila is right. Very confusing. Yeah. So impermanent, the subject impermanence or functioning thing, yeah, they are generalities, but impermanent generalities. So they are general, but they're not generally characterized phenomena. So because impermanent is general, it's difficult to say where it is, where it is located impermanent. Yeah. But yeah, we could say, yeah, the subject impermanent is where any impermanent form is, we could say. Yeah, impermanent is located where my cup, which is impermanent, is located. Yeah, we could say so, no? Because the subject impermanent and my cup, they are one substance. Yeah. They are one substance. Yeah. Where my cup appears, something impermanent appears. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It was just a trick. Sorry. Okay. So, I would like to also enter into the causes and conditions, if you wish. Yeah. So it follows that you know the definition of a substantial cause, or maybe not, we didn't introduce that so much. Yeah, substantial cause of, for instance, cup is the main producer in the substantial continuum of its substantial effect, which is cup. That's the substantial cause. Yeah, the substantial cause is the very cause, the entity of which or the nature of which will transform into the nature of its effect. Yeah, that's important. The substantial cause. Yeah, it's not necessarily the direct cause. Yeah, it's another division. Yeah, okay. So the substantial cause is the cause of the main effect, the entity of which will transform into the entity of its effect. Okay. So for instance, it follows that the subject, the rain, is not the substantial cause of the tree.
Yes, accept.
Accept.
Okay. It is not because?
Because rain, the nature of rain does not transform into the nature of tree.
Yes, exactly. So if it is, it doesn't, if the nature of that doesn't transform into the nature of the tree, it's necessarily not the substantial cause of the tree.
I accept.
Very good. Very good. It follows that the seed is the substantial cause of the tree, the seed of the tree.
Yes, accept.
Yes, wonderful. It is because
Because the nature of the seed transforms into the nature of the tree.
wonderful. Very good. Okay. So it follows that the seed is not the direct cause of the tree.
Why?
It follows that the seed is, on one hand, the substantial cause of the tree and also the direct cause of the tree.
Explain.
Yeah, because he explained substantial cause, but not the other one.
Yes, exactly. Direct cause and indirect cause, it's quite easier, yeah, if we compare with a substantial cause and cooperative condition. Yeah, the definition of direct cause of tree would be that which directly produces tree. And the definition of indirect cause of tree, I'm sure you have it. You all have it. If the definition of the direct cause of the tree is that which directly produces tree.
That which indirectly.
Yes. Wonderful, Daniel. Yeah, philosophy, but this philosophy is easy, no? Okay. Okay, very good. Yeah. So we could play with that. It follows that you can, you know, the difference between the A, substantial cause of the tree, and B, direct cause of the tree.
Is
Would
the
it be
direct cause of the tree the moment the tree was had before? Or is it,
sorry, Ziguluna?
what is the direct cause of the tree?
Ah,
Is it
yes,
the
it's a good
moment
question.
the tree was in before?
I
The
would say
previous
so,
moment
yeah,
of the tree?
exactly. Yeah,
So
it's
it's not the
just,
seed because there are many moments between the seed and the tree. So it's the
yes.
moment the tree was in before.
Yeah, the
Oh,
direct
it's a
cause of the
question.
tree.
I don't know.
Yes, the direct cause of the tree. Yeah, it means that the moment just after the direct cause of the tree has to be there. Yeah, has to be produced. Yeah, so we
The
could say
tree is
that.
produced from a smaller tree, you know?
Yeah, or sprout, we could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprout. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, we could say that when you have the seed, then the sprout, then could say the small tree, and then the tree. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So the direct cause of the tree is necessarily the cause which will give rise to the tree. Yeah, at the moment after. Yeah.
You said it's not what necessarily gives cause to the tree, the direct one?
Yeah, the direct cause has to give the tree at the subsequent moment. Yeah. So the direct cause means there is no moment between the direct cause and its effect. And its direct effect.
And what is the difference between like substantial cause and direct cause? Substantial, you use the word transfer, and indirect, you use the word directly produce.
Exactly. Yeah. So the substantial cause is the main cause, we could say, that produces its effect, but it's not its direct cause, not necessarily. So that's why if we compare substantial cause and direct cause, contradiction, equivalent, 3P or 4P?
Well, if substantial cause you say is not, because you just said it's not direct cause, then it could be contradiction.
Yes, because when I gave the definition, I thought in Tibetan, I put direct as well in the definition, but after I thought, oh no, it's not in the definition of substantial cause. Yeah. Rangit zegun rangin yerde zegun so keje. Exactly. There is no ngusu. There is no direct. So it can be, but it may not be direct cause as well. Yeah, the definition of substantial cause of tree would be that which directly produces its effect, tree, in its substantial continuum. So, do we have common base between the substantial cause of a tree and the direct cause of a tree?
Yes, the immediately preceding moment of the tree.
The immediately preceding moment of the tree. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it follows that it is the substantial cause of the tree.
I agree.
It is because
It is the main cause of was it the main cause, the nature of which transforms into the nature of the tree.
Yes, exactly. And it is the prior arising of the tree as well. Yeah, it's just before the tree. Yeah, so it's both the substantial cause and the direct cause of the tree. Yeah,
Yes.
very good. So okay, so it's a common base between substantial cause of a tree and direct cause of a tree. So could we find the substantial cause of a tree which is not the direct cause of the tree?
Yes. First
Yeah.
to the most, I mean, the one preceding moment before that, all of those moments.
Yes. Exactly. Yes, we can say it like this, yeah. And we can say also, for instance, the subject, the seed of the tree. Yeah, the
Yes.
seed of that tree, it follows that it is the substantial cause of that tree.
I accept.
Okay, it follows it is not the direct cause of that tree.
I accept.
Yeah, it is not because
it is not the immediately preceding moment of the tree.
yeah, wonderful. Yeah, because it is the prior rising of the prior rising of the tree, or because it is yeah, because it is the indirect producer of the tree. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, very good. Many good reasonings. Fantastic. So it follows that you can posit an illustration of a direct cause of the tree, which is not the substantial cause of the tree.
No. Why?
Okay, it follows that you can posit an illustration of a direct cause of the tree, which is not the substantial cause of the tree.
No, I accept. Sorry. There is no such example which is a direct cause of the tree, but not a substantial cause of the tree.
And in the other participants, do we have 4 possibilities? Because we have 3 for Chavila, yeah? Who would say 4P? Who would dare? Okay, so it follows that the subject, the rain of the prior rising of the tree, is not a direct cause of the tree.
Can you say that again?
The subject, the rain in the prior rising of the tree, it follows that it is not a direct cause of the tree.
Accept.
It's accept because it's the indirect cause of the tree.
Sorry.
It's accept because that rain is the indirect cause of the tree.
Okay, so maybe the subject, the gravitation of the prior rising of the tree, it follows that it is a direct cause of the tree.
It is also an indirect cause of the tree.
Because we have the tree, and in the prior rising of the tree, do we have only substantial cause, or do we have also cooperative conditions? Do we need only a seed in order to have a tree, or do we need also the rain and the light of the sun and the gravitation and so on? Yeah. So we could say that any, yes, at any time the tree needs, of course, substantial cause, but also cooperative conditions. Yeah, conditions which help the substantial cause to produce its effect. Yeah, so like the rain, the sunlight, and so on, they are not the substantial cause of the tree. Still, they cooperate. They help to support the existence of the tree at each moment when they arise. No. Okay.
So an indirect cause would be the fourth option, because it would be substantial, direct, and then indirect, and the common.
Yeah. Yeah, we have on one set of causes, substantial cause and cooperative condition. And they can be direct or indirect. Yeah. And we have another set, direct cause and indirect cause. And each one of them can be the substantial cause or the cooperative condition. Yeah? So if you check one set and you check another set, you mix them, you have 4 possibilities each time. Yeah. Yeah, between.
So you said substantial cause can also be direct cause.
Yes, very good.
And then I'm just repeating, and then direct cause can also be indirect cause.
No, direct cause can be also a cooperative condition. Yeah, you have substantial cause and cooperative condition. So they work together in order to produce their effect. But they can work anytime before the effect or just before the effect. They can be direct causes or indirect causes. Yeah, like for instance, I will take another example, which is easier. You have the table, yeah, the carpenter just made the table. Yeah, he just finished the table. So the table is arising now, yeah? So the carpenter is the cause of that table, yeah? Do you agree with me? Yeah, but it's not the substantial cause of the table. The carpenter can never be the substantial cause of the table. Yeah, a carpenter cannot become a table. Yeah, So the carpenter who just made the table is the direct cause of the table, but is not the substantial cause of the table, is a cooperative condition of the table, which is a one of the direct causes of the table. Yeah, does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the pieces of wood just before the carpenter finished the table, yeah? The pieces of wood are the substantial cause of the table. Yeah. And the moment just before the table is done, then the pieces of wood are the direct causes of the table, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So they are at the same time substantial cause and direct cause of the table. The carpenter is the direct cause of the table, but not the substantial cause, the cooperative condition, yeah? Do you follow me? So now we need the two other illustrations here. What could be the indirect cause of the table?
Table or the first moment of the logs and also the first moment of the carpenter.
Yes. Yeah, we can say exactly. Yeah, we could say the pieces of wood in the house of the carpenter. Yeah? Like yesterday, the pieces of wood, the table is done today. Yesterday, you got the pieces of wood in the house. Yeah, very good. And also the carpenter of yesterday or before eating his breakfast and so on. Yeah, he's about to produce the table today, but not yet. He's having his breakfast, or it was yesterday, and so on. Yeah, very good. So the pieces of wood are at the same. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry. So indirect cause means it's all moments that are like necessary for the result to come about, except
Yes,
the moment just before.
exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's exactly that. Yeah, yeah. Indirect cause and direct cause are contradictory. Yeah, very good. And on the other side, substantial cause and cooperative condition are contradictory. Yeah? Then, if we add two members of each set, then we have 4p. Yeah? Very good. Wow. So, yeah, the carpenter of yesterday is a cooperative condition, but indirect cooperative condition, yeah, of the table of today. Very good. And the pieces of wood are the substantial cause and also indirect causes of the table of today. Yeah. Very good. So usually when we study causes and conditions, Yonzin Purbuchok would say, generally speaking, if it is a functioning thing, it is a cooperative condition. Mm. Because we speak in general, any impermanent phenomenon can be a cooperative condition for any other phenomenon, yeah? If we don't specify. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so for instance, okay, so it follows that my mom is not the substantial cause of Christophe.
Your mom doesn't, I mean, I don't know, but like, your mom doesn't transfer into the entity of you. Her
Yeah.
egg transfers into the entity of you.
Yeah, what does transfer in my entity?
The egg.
Yeah. So it follows that I was an egg before being Christophe.
It's a substantial cause because without an egg and a sperm, you cannot be here. It's
So we could say without rain and sunlight, we wouldn't have any tree. Yeah, without sunlight, without any sunlight, the seed cannot produce the sprout on the tree and so on. So we could say that the substantial cause of my body comes from my mom's body. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah? Yeah, something from the egg transforms, then gives the body and so on. Yeah, but not the person. Yeah, because the person is not a body. Yeah, we could say the person is no body. That would be a Japanese koan. Okay, so yeah, and the person is not his or her mind as well. So yes, it's easier to debate about mind and then the substantial cause of the body and so on. Yeah, yeah, but about the person itself, yeah, what is the substantial cause of the person? It follows we can posit the substantial is an illustration of the substantial cause of the person.
Why?
Okay. It follows that it's not possible to posit any illustration of the substantial cause of the person.
I accept.
Okay. So it follows that among all impermanent phenomena, only the person has no substantial cause.
Because a person has body and a mind, and if you say there is no substantial cause for a mind, then there is no substantial cause for a person.
So there is a substantial cause for the mind.
What is that?
What would it be? That's what Acharya Dharmakirti in the Brahmanavartika, he tries to explain why the Buddha became a valid authority, a pramana. This very first stanza. So yeah, he tries to explain why the Buddha became Tsema Gyoba. So because we need lots of rebirths, in order to do spiritual transformation. Yeah. So Acharya Dharmakirti says, it is as well established that that which is not mind cannot be the substantial cause of mind. Yeah, that which is not consciousness cannot be the substantial cause of consciousness. That's interesting. Yeah, in order to prove rebirth, samsara, enlightenment, and so on. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but we could have some qualms. So I will not enter into that today because we have a lot. But maybe next time we can discuss about that. Okay. So we could say that if it is a functioning thing, it necessarily has a substantial cause. Yeah, a main cause that produces its effect in its substantial continuum. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, of course, for Buddhist people, we would say mind, a previous instant of mind, has to be the substantial cause of the of that very moment of mind, of that very present moment of mind. Yeah. We could say so. But some people would say, but where goes mind when we sleep? Where goes the I consciousness when we sleep? It becomes a latency, something like this, yeah. It is dormant in one sense. Yeah, when we fall asleep, the eye consciousness, the ear consciousness, and so on, the sense consciousnesses are falling asleep in one sense. Yeah, they become dormant. Yeah, so they become in a state like a latency, but a potentiality or latency. They are an ECP. They are not mind. Oh, we got a problem, because when we wake up again, then a latency for the eye consciousness produces an eye consciousness. So that which is not mind is producing mind. Oh, how shocking for Acharya Dharmakirti. So I will not give the answer today, maybe because I don't have it. But if you can check, that's interesting. Okay. Okay.
But didn't they
Yes.
say the moment before you fall asleep is the substantial cause for the moment of the eye consciousness? I've heard this
Yeah.
somewhere. Maybe you said this, I don't know.
We could say so, but it would not be the direct cause in that. Yeah, we could say it's one indirect substantial cause of the eye consciousness of the waking state. Yeah, we could say indirect. But if we speak about the direct cause, what's just now we have an eye consciousness, and just before it was a latency. So then we have a problem with regard to the direct cause. Yeah. Yeah, for the indirect cause, yeah, we I could say yes. It's not so difficult to hold that the indirect cause of that mind is a mind before we fell asleep. Yeah. Yeah, indirect cause, which is substantial cause. Yeah. Okay, so that's
But then dreaming mind is also there, so it's not a latency, it's very active in the dream state.
exactly. Yeah, we have the mental consciousness, which is still active during the dream state. Exactly. Yeah, that's very true. But we could say the same thing in one sense. We could say that the like, for instance, we dream about a tiger. I don't know. So the dreaming mind about of the tiger, the dreaming mind, as well is produced by a latency, because we could say that the dream mind as well, yeah, is produced by a latency. Suddenly we have a latency which awakens, then we have like a nightmare or a beautiful dream and so on. So we could say so as well, yeah, to Acharya Dharmakirti. It follows that the mental consciousness which is dreaming is as well produced by a latency, by an NECP. Oh, yeah, yeah, difficult. Okay. Okay, so I hope it's a bit more clear for you. Substantial cause
What is the
and
substantial cause of the person? You cannot leave us like this. I thought maybe it's a consciousness that would like what do you say, name the person?
yeah, why not? I could say so. Why not?
Consciousness that perceives, that perceives the person as a person.
Yeah, yeah, because the person, yeah, if we say that the person is an NECP, the person is not form and is not consciousness, we could say, generally speaking, yeah, for the Sotrantika, but if they are looking for an illustration of the person, they have to find mind, the mental consciousness. They have to find something, otherwise they would say, oh, it doesn't exist. Yeah. So they have to find an illustration of the person, which could be the mental consciousness. But in that case, it's difficult to say that the mental consciousness could be the cause of the person, because it's an illustration of the person, so it has to coexist with the person. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, we will speak again about that, but a few sessions in the past, we spoke about only two possible relationships between phenomena. Either they coexist and they are related, so they are related as the same essence, or they are related but they cannot coexist. They are related as cause and effect. Yeah. So yeah, so that's why for the person and the illustration of the person, they cannot be related as cause and effect. They have to be related as same essence. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the mental consciousness would be difficult to be considered as a cause of the person. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we could say in some texts they would say the aggregates, but we have to interpret that. Yeah? If we say the aggregates are the cause of the person, it would follow that the aggregates and the person cannot coexist. Yeah. So we would say the aggregates of the previous moment, they are the cause of the person of the subsequent moment. In that way, I would accept. Or we could say that Christophe of yesterday is the cause of Christophe of today. Why not? Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. You did very well, very good answers and very good thinking, yeah, critical analysis. And I highly encourage you to debate in the club. That's very useful to get used with, you know, how the tongue operates, and after thoughts can come more easily. Okay, thank you so much and see you next time, yeah? Thank you. Thank you. It was a great pleasure again. Thank you, really, for the sake of all the beings, for the long life and the beautiful health of His Holiness Dalai Lama, for the sake of all the beings, for each one of you can produce again and again that beautiful wisdom for the sake of all the beings. Thank you. Thank you.
so much.
Take care. Thank you for your help, Chavila, and see you next time.
Thank
I will
you.